Dun, 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 dun. It's your boy Prism God, and this is Prism God TV. Many of you guys probably know that from National Geographic, and I just wanted to do it. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, this is Prism God TV, and we got a really dope show today. I'm gonna talk about some cool cards. This is a really good suggestion from Miss Prism Goddess, who actually came up with the idea. Well, actually, no, it wasn't Miss Prism Goddess. It was my boy Ryan who came up with the top 10 cards I would like to own. So, with that being said, we're going to talk about today top 10 cards I would love to own. But before I do that, I need you guys to click that notification at the beginning. I need you to follow me on all social media platforms so you can hit me up and you can be up to date on all the cool new things I like to talk about and cards I like to go ahead and post. So with that being said, let's talk about my top 10 cards I would love to own. So none other than, so I don't know. I really had to think it through and I didn't want to make it too cliche. So I want to kind of do specific cards. And then there's some cards out there that like I had to kind of think about and kind of iron out. And I guess you can call me kind of basic to this regard, but I mean, I'm kind of going where the money's at, and I'm kind of going where I think it's a really dope card to own. So I guess a little bit of the cards that I like are hype, and then some of them are like really random. So the very first card I would like to own, I actually own the base card and own a refractor of it. But let's start off with the LeBron James Topps Chrome TC 2003 Gold BGS. I would kind of like a BGS 195 or better. I wouldn't complain about a PSA 9 or better. But the Topps Chrome Gold is a beautiful card. It's just, we're familiar with always seeing them and with the white border, but we ain't seen it with a black or a gold border. It just freaking looks amazing. Plus, you don't see them every day. I think it's a really unique card to have, so I would love to have that in my collection. I think it's pretty dope to have. Number 9, it's kind of a different type of card. It's serrated. It came out of Sports Illustrated in 1996, and it goes by the name of Tiger Woods Sports Illustrated Rookie from 1996. It's number 536. You don't see them very often graded in a high grade because of the serrated edges. And then I've seen situations where people will cut the serrated edges, and if you grade it, it's considered being tampered with. So if you ever see that card, don't clean it up, don't cut it up, don't try to make it look better. At the end of the day, you probably end up hurting yourself with that card. But I just think it's a great card to own. So for me, that's one of my favorite cards I like to own. I own the second year, which I think is 1999, but I don't own the 1996, which is why I really would like to have that card. Plus, it just kind of takes me back to 1995, 96 when I graduated from high school. I'm not going to talk about how old I am, but 1995, 96. So being able to have that card would be really cool, especially for the culture. So number 8, this card, I mean, being honest with you, I would like any card from this guy, but it was a time on eBay, the Patrick Mahomes Contenders Championship ticket was sitting on eBay for $6,000 OBO. I went back and forth with the guy I told him 5,000. I ended up going up to 5,500, and he was really set on $6,000. And that was the year before he bought out of control. That was the first time they got rid of what's his name, the previous quarterback. What was his name? Gosh, I can't think of his name right now. But it was the first time he started, and so buying this card was kind of like a really big gamble. But if I would have been really right, I didn't expect to be really right. So I didn't know how long it was going to take for him to pan out. But the championship ticket I did not get. It sold the next day for $6,000, which leads me to my number 8. I would like any Patrick Mahomes nice card, but the Contenders autograph cards are really nice out of Optic. I love the hollow feel to it. I actually owned it for a short period of time. I got it in a trade, and now the thing is like so unattainable now. It's like, just crazy money. So that's actually my top. That's my 8. So number 7, I owned this card as a 2.5. It was perfect condition. Had I think I talked about it before in a previous YouTube, but I would love to own a Wilt Chamberlain rookie Flair number 8 in a high grade, like 7, 8 in that realm. because of the one I had no choice but to kind of want a high one because all the ones I've seen previously at 2.5 or 3, they don't look as good as the one I had before. So I'm looking for one in a better condition. I would love to own a Wilt Chamberlain rookie card in excellent condition, 7 to 9. That card is amazingly. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a legendary card. Comes from one of the best basketball players of all time. So I would love to own that. Number 6. This is what kind of gets tricky because I know I go from some legends to somebody who may be a little bit younger. In this case, it's bringing me to the Luka Doncic National Treasures RPA. And if you're not familiar with the RPA, it means Rookie Patch Auto out of NT. I would love to own one of those cards. That card came out the gate initially being really high. And at the time, it was high based upon, at that time, the market. And I just didn't really understand it. So a part of me was like real adamant about trying to jump on a bandwagon at such an early age because I'm thinking to myself, like, he has to go down. I was absolutely wrong. So with that being said, Luka Doncic National Treasures RPA is definitely on my top list. It's number 6. At number 5, I didn't want to be too cliche and go with too much of what everybody else would want. So this one is a little different. It comes from one of my favorite basketball players of all time, Tracy McGrady. They don't talk about this guy all the time, but this guy is one of the best players I've ever seen play basketball. Him and Kobe were friends. Him and Vince Carter were cousins. This guy literally came from out of nowhere. And once he got started, he was the man when he wasn't injured. I just remember that seeing him, him scoring 13 points in less than 30 seconds. That was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. But Tracy McGrady had the ability to take over the game at any given moment. So I love that guy for that. So Tracy McGrady, PMG from out of Flare Metal Universe. PMG rookie. I love that. And if you don't know what PMG is, it's Precious Metal Gems. It's one of the best cards I've ever seen in my life. Just him sitting down and with the red background, or if you're lucky enough to get any other the variations. So that's one of my favorite cards of all time, and I definitely would love to own in my collection. There's also some other things. I know I kind of want to do a quick review if you're just now tuning in. I'm gonna do before I get into my top 4. Number 10 was LeBron James Topps Chrome 2003 Gold. Number 9 was 96 Tiger Wood SI for Sports Illustrated. Number 8, the Patrick Mahomes Contender Optic Auto. Number 7, Wilt Chamberlain Rookie. Number 6 was Luka Doncic National Treasure RPA. Number 5, Tracy McGrady Flare Metal Universe PMG. All beautiful cards. Would love to own them at some point in time in life. Number 4, let's go. Mickey Mantle. It's so many people to choose from in baseball, and it's really hard to condense a lot of dope cards into top 10, as it goes back to what I would love to eventually own is I would love to own at least 10 really nice cards. And I guess that's what I'm kind of getting into, which is why I chose some of these cards so carefully. Mickey Mantle 51 Bowman is a really nice piece to have. It's respected no matter who the collector is. Everybody knows Mickey Mantle's is. He's one of the bigger, rookie cards to kind of, get there. So I just think that's a really dope card to have. First Bowman. So I just think it's just amazing card. Number 3. Let's see. Number 3, I'm thinking Kobe Bryant. I would love to own a Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and a Michael Jordan triple auto. Any of them. I think SP usually has a lot of them. I'm not sure. I've seen a lot of different ones out there, but I think SP is one of the ones that had a lot of the really nice ones. I've seen some upper deck with the patches and autos, and I just think having one of the 3 best shooting guard and small forwards of all time, or the greats on one card. This is one of the cards I would love to own at some point in time in life. Just a Jordan auto with a Kobe and a Michael Jordan. It's kind of like you nip everything in the bud. It's like really one nice card. Number 2 is not too far away from what I just talked about. A Kobe Bryant Topps Chrome Refractor. I've had opportunities to get some, and like I wish I would have got in a long time ago before Kobe passed. But it's like sometimes you never get a chance to give people the roses while they're still alive. So this is one of the cards I think is a marquee card for I think any basketball person in my era being able, like, I didn't see Jordan. See, I grew up on Jordan, but I never got a chance to see Jordan from his rookie year take it to the next level. So being able to see Kobe go from 18 years old in the NBA to being one of the greatest basketball players of all time, it was really hard like to not pay attention to him. I think with his Mamba mentality, with what he's brought to the game and contribute to the game, and what he left on the table, he left it all on the line. So with that being said, number 2 is the Kobe Bryant Topps Chrome Refractor. I'd love to have a PSA 9 or better, but chances are it probably won't happen. But it's a really dope card. It's like it's the first edition of Topps Chrome. That had one of the best rookie lineups I think we've seen in basketball. So it's definitely one of a nice card to own. Number 1, last but not least, it's kind of going to start. I'm going to end it where I started it. LeBron James, exquisite rookie patch auto. I think the last one sold, number 225 just sold for almost $2 million. This card is a marquee card, staple card for LeBron James. And being able to, again, see this guy go from a rookie, 18 years old, to being one of the greatest basketball players of all time is simply amazing. I can't, like, again, I really want to choose the top 10 cards that I feel like it's some things that you would probably think of and some things you probably wouldn't think of. But I could have went Michael Jordan, and that's too easy. I could have went a lot of different ways, but again, I just wanted to focus on some things that I really feel like are really good investments and who I think are centerpieces to any person's collection. In this case, in mine. And again, this is my top 10 things I would love to own, cards I would love to own. And I really appreciate you guys for checking me out and listening to my conversation. If you have any comments, leave them at the bottom here, and I will definitely apply to them. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, hit that bell notification. You'll get my next exclusive content. Thank you guys for joining Prism God TV.